Um, who has that spoken? Mr. Yalamunch? It seems like everybody else. I will take this opportunity to say a couple things. I've been thinking about this for about a month now. This is perhaps the most unusual item to come before the Rochester Hills City Council in my tenure or since I've been around the city, and it does so in a most unusual way. On November 20th, during the council's first orientation session, where Mr. Yalamunch and I also attended, Mr. Pixley brought up two items: how to make the December 5th meeting a voting meeting, and whether the regular council meeting could be moved from Wednesday night to Monday night. Discussion ensued among Mr. Pixley, Mr. Brennan, Mr. Weber, and Mr. Hooper for a few minutes about how that would suit their schedules better and how to go about doing it. I protested, along with staff from the clerk's office, that they should not be talking about such things in an orientation meeting. After a few moments of continued discussion about the charter and the council's rules of procedure, Mr. Hooper concluded by saying something like, if we have the votes, we can suspend the rules and do anything we want. At the November 28th council meeting, Mr. Hooper attempted to change the meeting day without public input with a motion that was in direct violation of the council rules of procedure. Specifically, our rules dictate that those same rules cannot be changed at the same meeting the changes are proposed. Our rules provide for discussion of items not on the agenda during any other business, but do not expressly provide for motions or voting. And as I understand it, it's been the past practice of previous councils generally to not consider motions under any other business unless they are at least written and provided to council in advance. The council did vote under any other business to place this item on the agenda at this meeting, but note there was no written proposal. I'm disturbed by that. I really am. That basically amounts to a hijacking. And I will tell you honestly, I have arranged my life for 17 years around the Planning Commission meeting on Tuesday nights, the Zoning Board meeting on Monday nights, and now the council meeting on Wednesday nights. I made my decision to volunteer for those knowing what I was getting into. I never even would remotely have suggested that someone change a major city meeting date to suit my personal schedule. All discussion about efficiencies aside, the staff, whether you take what the staff is going to say, whatever you want, boss, not stupid. They're going to run a middle road, whether it causes great conflict or not, because they know if they try to throw a roadblock under something that council wants to do, they'll throw them under the bus. That's the cold reality. It's nice, the comments are good. My suspicion is it'll cost us money, but we'll get used to it. We can get used to anything. That's not the reason. It's all about the trust of the public. Mayor, I've offered, I'll say my last comments. I started to say earlier, for the last 17 years, I've arranged my life and schedule to allow me to serve the city. I served 15 years on the Planning Commission, which meets on the first and third Tuesday, and during that time for about 11 years on the Zoning Board of Appeals that meets the second and fourth Monday. During the 1990s, way back when, I traveled frequently on business and had to make significant efforts to be here for those meetings. I rarely missed either a planning or a ZBA meeting. I knew what kinds of arrangements I would have to make when I volunteered for those appointments. And when my work situation changed, I had to accommodate even more. When I ran for council, I knew it meant Wednesday evenings would no longer be mine, and I accepted that fact at the outset. I'm very comfortable keeping the council meetings on Wednesday evenings. There are, I think, some complications, though, to moving those meetings. The holiday issue has come up. There are the 4 national holidays when the city is closed during the year that are always on Monday: Martin Luther King Day, President's Day, Memorial Day, and Labor Day. They represent the lost days because we normally would meet on the Wednesday following those holidays. They are approximately 10% of our normal 43 meetings. I counted it too. Most of the previous council members preferred the work session and regular meeting format because it resulted in less stress and shorter meetings, even though there were more meetings. This would be going back in the other direction. I think ultimately it will do the city a disservice. Second, vacations. And this is at a personal level for both staff and council. It's been brought up tonight. But I think it isn't that you have to dedicate the week, is that for people who don't take week or 2 week long vacations, at a personal level for both staff and council, it effectively limits the availability of long weekend mini vacations. And it'll increase the cost of what ones you do take because you have to come back on Sunday, which is the expensive travel day. Not a big deal, but significant. Other things going on. Changing tapes. It's been brought up about other things going on. School board meets on Monday. Some people are involved with both. Rochester City meets on Monday, and again, some residents who live in one city and work in the other are interested in both. I don't think it's a big deal, but I think it's worth some careful thought. But I've come down to trust. I and others on the council and in the city have worked very hard over the last 2 years for openness and transparency in City Hall to rebuild trust in our government. I thought we had made some progress. This proposal and the way it was made have effectively hijacked and crashed the efforts. To propose this at the first meeting of the new members and to attempt to push it through with no public input, I think shows contempt for the residents and taxpayers. I'd also like other council members to not confer when another council member is speaking. That's rude. I am concerned that residents may never trust this city council very much ever again. Mr. Brennan, if you must talk, please do so.
You know, Mr. Rosen, I am just greatly offended by your comments tonight. You know, we were in orientation. Maybe somebody brought up a topic inadvertently to talk about some change to accommodate their schedule because these are very busy people. Your sanctimonious attitude is offensive about you know, you set your schedule to serve this city, you know? I mean, we don't live by your standards, Mr. Rosen. I'm sorry. And I have a very busy job practicing law. Mr. Pixley, Mr. Hooper, Mr. Weber work full-time. And I can't believe the unmitigated audacity you've demonstrated tonight to lecture us. We will comply with the Open Meetings Act. We will comply with the law. There will be nothing, absolutely nothing that is going to be hidden, and we will conduct this business in an open manner. And your suggestions that we're hijacking the city, doing things underhanded is just offensive.
Thank you. That concludes this item.
By the way, I have a motion on the table.
Oh, you do, don't you? That's right.
Yeah, I think you forgot about it, Mr. Rosen. Maybe, was that intentional?
No, it was not. Motion was to suspend